it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's going to be another recent reads. I think I read these in October, November. So, get started. I read the third and I think final book in the Spirit Hunter series by Ellen O. Something Wicked. Another beautiful cover. And I can't remember if Harper Collins sent me this or I won it in a giveaway that was hosted alongside them, but either way, thank you. I'm so sad this could be the last one because this is just everything I love in spooky middle grade. It's like very spooky, atmospheric. I just want more. Dark, creepy. It's just beautifully told. And I flew through these. Like I said, in my review, it makes my dark, creepy, loving heart so happy. Just as incredible as the first two books. A whole new mystery and different kind of creepy paranormal twist. And I love that each has that same great core as the others, while at the same time adding a little something different to the paranormal aspects along with the new mysteries. It's just so good. I love the little brother in here so much, and even the cousin has become so great. But Harper and Dea have my heart as a team because their dynamic together and what they mean to each other in this friendship is just so truly beautiful. Harper's grandmother also is the best, as is her paranormal friend, who is the rock star of all ghosts. More great underlying messages in this one too. I just highly recommend them. Then I read book 6 in the In Time series by Dave Johnson. The author had sent me this. Thank you so much. It's In the Land of the Pharaohs. This one is books that were sent to me because when I got in my funk and I stopped reading, stopped doing reviews, and then when I did start reading again, I wasn't reading as much. I got so behind on the books that were sent to me, and I don't like that. So I instead of just reading a couple that were sent to me at a time, plus my own books, I started reading multiple, almost all that were sent to me, because I wanted to get caught up on those as well, because I do want to read them badly, because I wouldn't accept them if I didn't. But so that's why a lot of these are that way. And this is just a fun series, and I just love them so much. They get better and better, and this one might be my favorite yet. Through the series, you get to time travel with these amazing 3 siblings, and sometimes amazing uncle joins, and you see so many different places over the course of many time periods. And my favorite part is you learn so much. I love history, and so my nerdy history heart is always in heaven with these. And like the others, the author always goes over everything in the back in regards to what part of history in the story is true and what he made up or altered for the fictional part of his own story. And I love reading those parts he puts in so much as well. This location and time periods has always been a fascination of mine, so I was very excited to see this is where I'd be traveling. I learned things I had no idea about, and that's one thing I love. These characters are also just the best, and you just can't help but fall more and more in love with them. Each sibling's so different from the other, and they're very identifiable. The uncle has my heart and is just the best. You gotta go love Big Bessie too. Just highly recommend. I think he's almost got the 7th book done as well, so I'm very excited. And then I read The Curse on Spectacle Key by Chantel Acevedo. And Harper Collins has sent me this. Thank you so much. I love this. It was atmospheric, spooky, but had so much heart at its core. I love the Muse Squad books by this author, but I may love this one even more. On top of being an atmospheric, amazingly spooky middle grade, it also has many relatable themes and great messages. For kids who have ever had to move around a lot and constantly change schools, can't keep friends because of that, and end up always feeling the odd one out, this book will help you feel seen for sure. The excitement Frank feels when his parents tell him that the next move back to their home state of Florida will be permanent just pulled at my heartstrings. You fall for Frank's character from the word go. The backstory of this lighthouse and that surrounding area are so intriguing. Plus the mystery itself of the girl who appears, the doll, and Snuffles. It's just so gripping. Everything unfolds beautifully. On the edge of my seat, couldn't put it down, had to keep reading. The more you learn, the more eager you are to learn even more. The twists were so good. I loved how it all came together. Such a great ending. Really hauntingly beautiful read. Thrilling, spooky, amazing characters and writing. Great messages. So atmospheric. Full of family, friendship, adventure. Great messages. And a lot of heart. Mama Z was such a fascinating character. Connie was amazing, but my heart belongs to Mary Shelley, of course. You just have to read it. So good. I read the Area 51 Files by Julia Buxbaum, and this is the first in the series, and the author had sent me this. Thank you so much. I just can't believe how much I ended up loving this book. I was pretty sure I would, but it's always a happy surprise to love a book even more than you're suspecting to. It made my favorites of 22 video for a reason. Just such a great read. So okay, we have a pizza-obsessed pet hedgehog named Spike, for one. Then a friend named Elvis and a dog named Pickles. Elvis and Pickles are some of my favorite things in the world, so I already love that alone. The whole idea of this Area 51 the author creates and all the alien species who live there, along with our main character Sky's uncle and some other humans, it's just absolutely incredible. All the details the author created and put into this are superb. It's very detailed, vivid writing. Each species and how unique they are and all their differences, it's just so creative. Amazing characters. I love the friendship that forms between Skye and Elvis and even their pets. It's so cute. They have such a great dynamic together and make a great team. Again, so do their pets. A hedgehog dog team doesn't get much cuter than that. They get some help later on by a character that joined their little team, and I love what the author did with that character's story. Also superb humor. When there's a special code for emergency pizza delivery, I'm all for that. I also love a good mystery, conspiracy, and this did not disappoint in that area either. I love how it all came together in that ending. This is full of friendship, family, adventure, and misadventures, humor, doing what's right, and more. Great messages throughout as well, subtly woven in. Just highly recommend. Cannot wait for the sequel this summer. Full of illustrations. I just love this. And then a book I bought myself. Book 2 in the Elizabeth Webster series by William Lashner. Elizabeth Webster and the Portal of Doom. I can't even begin to tell you how much I absolutely love this writing style and humor. These are just so incredible in my type of humor, story, and characters. The second book was just as great as the first. Whole new case for our future lawyer for the Court of Uncommon Pleas and her friends, with help, of course, from her quirky, eccentric, wonderful grandfather and the incredible Barnabas. The new character we meet in this one has such a fascinating backstory, and I loved everything about it. Such an intriguing character in general, and I love the direction the story took with them. Love the continued character growth and development with Elizabeth. She's finally figuring out who she is and wants to be as well. Love it we're still learning along with her about her dad and his side of the family and secrets from her mom. I also loved her stepdad in these and love seeing such a great step-parent in a book. Just can't recommend these enough. I just love them. And then The Secret Starling by Judith. So beautiful. Illustrations sprinkled throughout. Love The Pharaohs by Judith. And so when she sent me a copy of her newest middle grade, which is also in here, I knew I wanted to read this other book of hers I own first before diving into the new one. So I did buy this myself. So happy I did. This is so good. I loved it. This has a little bit of a gothic vibe, but is mainly just a delightful mystery with family secrets and true friendship at the core. I love this huge old manor, and the mystery was also so intriguing. And there's an incredible middle grade cat, incredible characters, and more. Clara is a great main character, and your heart instantly falls for her. So great seeing her finally get to feel free, and so heartwarming when she makes her first ever friends, and such great friends she makes too. Love the backstory of everything and how many different puzzle pieces connected to others that I didn't even know would fit together. It was just brilliant. I love the twists and turns, the adventure, and the incredible ending. I just highly recommend it. Top Marks for Murder by Robin Stevens, the 8th book in a Murder Most Unladylike mystery series. We're back at Deep Dean School once again, but things have changed, and so have our girls in many ways. They've both grown so much, and it almost seems silly that they have to go to school at this point, even though back at the school it was almost like a whole new location because things were so different for this time around. And there's a big event happening at the school that has all the parents and others there for a little bit of time. And this murder mystery was also so different and gripping. It kept me on my toes and constantly guessing. Still love these characters so much. It was so great to be back with Lavanya, Kitty, and especially Beanie again as well. We get a deeper look into the characters with their families so close too, and I enjoyed that a lot. We also meet a new character who gives Daisy a run for her money, who's ruling the school. I just love these so much, of course, and just highly recommend. Then The Natural Genius of Ants by Betty Culley, and the author had sent me this. And when she had asked, I said, yes, please, because it was an anticipated release, and I love Down to Earth that she had written also. Such an amazing read. It's so moving and full of so many great lessons and messages, great characters, and heart. I don't read a lot of contemporary, but when I do, they really are gems. This is raw at times, honest, heartbreakingly beautiful, and endearing, and I learned so much about ants as well. This is a great summer read, with father taking his sons back to where he spent his summers as a boy, all while the dad tries to heal from a mistake he made at work. He's a doctor. It's almost a type of grief the dad is experiencing, plus serious self-blame, guilt, self-doubt, depression, and more. It is a grief, but a different kind of grief, because it's not, you just have to read it. Our main character, Harvard, doesn't want anything to happen to make his dad even sadder, so he's trying to hide sad things from him. And they do this ant farm like his dad also did as a kid, and they make a total learning experience with a huge book about ants and getting a board to write questions they come up with on to look up answers about the ants. And Harvard makes a fast and great friend in Nevaeh. I loved her and her family's own backstory. And these two truly help each other in so many different ways this summer. It's a beautiful friendship, and that shows the true meaning of the word. And speaking of words, Harvard and his fascination with words. Is that one word or two? And why? He's such a great kid. His little brother is hilarious too. Trying to be an ant, putting Hoyle in the freezer, etc. Great book with great focus on family, friendship, and healing our inner demons and forgiveness. Forgiving ourselves can sometimes be the hardest of all. Unforgettable summer for this family that they learn and grow so much from. Highly recommend. Orion and the Starborn by KB Hoyle. And Alviness Publishers sent me an advanced reader's copy. Thank you so much. Now, another one that made my top 22 of 22 for a very good reason. This was phenomenal. I love seeing Orion and his life on Earth and then finding out with him about who he really is and then leaving everything and everyone he's ever known to go back to where he's from. He's also not the typical chosen one type of character usually found in books, and that was so refreshing. Just made his character even more lovable, endearing, and relatable in ways. A great cast of characters in general in here, each so unique and amazing in their own way. The world and story building was incredible. Fantastic character growth development with Orion too. He's such a sweet kid. I love the friends he makes and the bond that forms between them. Aurora especially. I love that girl. The twists and turns added with the mystery of so many things, the suspense, danger, and more, all kept me on the edge of my seat. Didn't want to put it down. Perfect pacing, engaging writing that is vivid and just grabs you right away with how easily it flows. Such a fascinating magic system and uniquely done magic school. Political intrigue galore. Issues that mirror our own in the real world as far as race and class, and just so many compelling details that went into the story and world and characters. I just love this, and I need that next book. Love this so much. And then this is the newer middle grade release by Judith I mentioned before, The Accidental Stowaway. And so after reading this Secret Starling, picked this one up. This is the third book I've read by her now, and I've loved them all, but this just might be my favorite. I loved it so much. It's set in Liverpool, 1910. This author has a way of weaving such a cozy, heartwarming, gripping historical fiction story while at the same time mixing those vibes with a race against time adventure. I love being on a huge ship like this heading for New York 2 years before the Titanic also set out for the New York, so you get all those vibes just without the tragic ending. The mystery aboard ship is gripping, and our main character, Patch, has such a mysterious backstory of her own as well. I love the events that led her to being on the ship, and the friends she makes, and then everything that transpired. So many twists. Never saw them coming either. The way so many things connected, and then the way everything wrapped up, and that ending was so good. Highly recommend. And then before you even start the story, you have this little ship map, and shows you where everything on the ship is, and then chapter head illustrations are beautiful. Alright, that's it for this video. I went kind of quick on those, so it's pretty good. Hope you enjoyed it. Have you read any of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. Oh, today's shirt is Harry Potter. And the Sorcerer's Stone. And if you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.